While this season may have been jolly for a lot of top footballers around the world, some players have not been having it easy, and we want to talk about some of them in this video today. These are the 10 unhappiest players in football this season. We'll start with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Real Madrid was a dream move for the English right back, but so far it has felt more like a nightmare. He has started just 3 games all season, and all that is due to a combination of factors, from injuries to him being second choice to Dani Carvajal. Going from being an undisputed starter at Liverpool to this cannot be good for his mood, and all this was made worse when he returned to Anfield the other day and was booed heavily by his former fans in a game his team eventually lost. It has just been an all-round despondent experience for the former Liverpool man so far. But of course, Trent is not the only Englishman in this video. In fact, there are a few more. Can you guess who they are? Take a shot in the comments. We'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so you never miss out on our amazing content. Now, let's talk about Joshua Zirkzee. Man United are enjoying a bit of a resurgence right now, and it has definitely lifted the spirit of the fans, players and management, but one guy who surely isn't so happy is Zirkzee. It appears that there's no place for him in the team anymore, and that's never good news for any top player. He hasn't started a single game all season and is practically feeding on scraps when it comes to minutes. After match week 10 of the Premier League, Zirkzee can't even boast of a combined 90 minutes of football this season. Considering he only just joined the club last year, this is surely not where he expected to be at this time. It's expected that he'll be on his way out once the window opens. And you can say the same for Endrick. The young striker has fallen down the pecking order at Real Madrid since Xabi Alonso took over. It's not a secret that he's not the coach's favourite, and it doesn't even seem like he's being given the chance to prove himself. He has played only 11 minutes of football across all competitions this season, and it's not even because of injuries, because he has been fit since September. The coach just doesn't fancy him, and Endrick is not happy about that, so he's looking for a way out. To be fair, to go from being one of the highest rated teenagers out of Brazil to being on the bench week in, week out must be tough to swallow. Speaking of Brazil, another Brazilian star who has not been very happy this season is Raphinha. First of all, he has been struggling with injuries for a couple months now, and that's never a happy experience for any player. But like that wasn't enough, he finished 5th at the Ballon d'Or when he would have felt he deserved better. Then to crown it all, he was completely left out of the FIFA Pro World 11, and that proved to be the last straw. The Barcelona man crashed out on social media, posting all his achievements from the previous season on his story and sarcastically laughing at the fact that he was left out of the team of the season. Even outside the pitch, he was very unhappy about his son suffering alleged racism at Disneyland Paris, and he also expressed his anger and frustration on Instagram. You just know we're about to see a different version of Raphinha when he returns from injury. He's about to take out his anger on every team he faces until the end of the season. Now, remember we said there are a few more Englishmen on this list? Well, one of them is James Trafford, and the reason he is not happy this season is pretty obvious. When he re-signed for City in the summer, he thought he was going to be the #1 goalkeeper, but not long after his debut, the club went and signed Gianluigi Donnarumma, which has forced Trafford to manage being a backup option. He moved back to Manchester to play Premier League and Champions League games, but since Donnarumma joined, the English goalie has only played cup games. Perhaps if he was aware that City were also in the market for Donnarumma, he would have chosen one of his other suitors. For a player who has his eyes on the World Cup next summer, this situation surely doesn't make him happy in the slightest. Speaking of the World Cup, that's the reason James Maddison isn't happy. The midfielder loves England, and it has been his dream to represent the Three Lions at a major tournament for a long time. He was in England's 2022 World Cup squad, but he did not make a single appearance all tournament. Then he was named in the provisional squad for the 2024 Euros, but was eventually dropped from the final one. What followed was a statement on social media where he expressed his frustration and devastation. And then in August, he tore his ACL, which ruled him out of the whole season and essentially crushed any hopes he had to be at the 2026 World Cup. That was surely very saddening for him, and perhaps more crushing because he didn't even get to fight for a place in Tuchel's squad. Following this injury, Maddison expressed his sadness on social media, particularly mentioning the World Cup as one of the reasons he was gutted by the injury and the timing of it. Maddison is 28 right now, so there's still some time. Hopefully he can come back stronger after his ACL injury and go to and actually play in an international tournament for England before he retires. Now, before we talk about the other Englishmen on this list, let's quickly talk about Jhon Duran. The Colombian has not been very happy for some time now. He left Aston Villa and moved to Al Nassr at the beginning of the year to chase the bag, but it wasn't long before he became unhappy there. The fact that he couldn't cohabit with his partner in Saudi Arabia forced him to live in a different country, Bahrain, and the long commute to and from the club's facilities every day was just too tedious for him. So, in the summer, he packed his bags ready for a move back to Europe. Jose Mourinho convinced him to come to Fenerbahce, but not long after he joined, the gaffer was sacked, leaving Duran unhappy again. He came to the club because of the legendary coach, and before he knew it, he was gone. It also didn't help that he struggled with injuries in his first couple months at the club, so it was quite depressing for him. Things must also be quite depressing for Abdulkadir Kusanov at Manchester City right now. He didn't get enough game time last season after joining in January, and it was a bit of a concern for him and some fans. But this season he started to get into the team more regularly, starting 5 of the first 7 games he was available for. When it looked like he had finally convinced Pep, he picked up an unfortunate injury. In his absence, other centre-backs, Diaz, Gvardiol, Stones, Ake, have been stepping up, so when Kusanov returns, it might be harder for him to break back into the squad. It must be hard for the young defender to suffer an injury just when he was picking up steam, but we're sure he'll be back stronger. Now, to the other Englishman on this list, it's James Ward-Prowse. He was having a pretty satisfactory season until West Ham hired Nuno, and since then he's been iced out of the squad. If you remember, this was the same man who refused to use him at Forest, so you can imagine how depressed and frustrated JWP must have been when he found out that that same coach was joining West Ham. From starting every single game under Potter, Ward-Prowse has not played a single minute since Nuno got hired. In fact, he has not even featured in the squad once. No doubt, he's so unhappy right now. Finally, Ademola Lookman is also very unhappy this season. First of all, he so desperately wanted to leave Atalanta in the summer. The fact that he was unable to get his move must have really annoyed him. But when we thought he had made peace with remaining at Bergamo, he showed that he's still not in a happy place when he clashed with his coach after he was taken off in the Champions League game against Marseille. It appears that the lad just really wants out of Atalanta right now, and maybe it'd be better for all parties if his wish was granted. There are more players who have been unhappy this season, from Vinny to Sancho. Feel free to keep the list going in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye. The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Try-Under competition ball is here at the Goal 90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.
Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now.
The world's biggest tournament is coming, and the official FIFA World Cup 26 Try-Under competition ball is here at the Goal90 shop. Designed for the game's biggest stage, it's built for precision, speed and control. Right now, you can make it yours with 30% off plus free shipping. Don't just watch the World Cup, own a piece of it. Visit goal90.shop today and order now.